Good evening, YouTube. You guys are now watching another segment of the TheCaliEffect King of Games, and today you guys are going to be watching a Battle of the Gods video. That is correct. Full-powered Mermails versus full-powered Nekroz. This is something that everybody has been waiting for. What is the best water deck of all time? And this game is extremely exciting to watch. Before we get into this game, I actually wanted to say we were planning on doing some duels with the current ban list, and I want you guys to sit tight. Can I Smoke It actually got sick, so we put that off to a little later. Prayers up to him. Everybody send some prayers for him. He's just coming under the flu. He'll be better very soon. That, and we're still waiting on the proper lighting. It should be in either tonight or tomorrow morning, so we're excited to be giving you guys some videos, and I hope that this Battle of the Gods series will be able to hold you guys over until we can get you guys the better lighting for more deck profiles and duels inside of this forbidden list. But as you guys are going to see, Nekroz is going to start off extremely strong with Senju of the Thousand Hands to search Nekroz, oh I'm sorry, that is negated by Breakthrough Skill, but the Nekroz of Bryonic is going to search the cards that you need, and then Torrential is going to be summoned, banishing the Breakthrough Skill. I don't think anybody really knows how important Breakthrough Skill is against this deck. Being able to negate Nekroz of Unicorn allows access from Mermails into their extra deck, which means that they can activate their card effects. So Breakthrough Skill is a very important card, but it is met with Nekroz of Torrential, which is one of the drawbacks of running cards like Breakthrough Skill. Nekroz are going to attack for some massive damage. I believe that is 30, 40, 100, putting Mermails at 3,900 damage, and I think that's going to be it. Nekroz doesn't really play any trap cards whatsoever, so you really can't expect to see any type of huge back row. So back to Mermails, let's see exactly what they're going to be doing in their counter strategy. It isn't necessarily a strong board to break, but Nekroz and Torrential did set Mermails back. It's going to be very fun to see what is the response time of Mermails and what can they do. Hopefully it's a board that they can break because Unicorn is not available, but like I said, once again, the loss of resources could be the end all for it. So pitching two titles to summon Megalo seems to be the choice, or is it? Or maybe not. Maybe there's some time thought. Maybe Tidal wants to activate its effect to send the Mermail card, but unfortunately the Mermail card or the Atlantean card sent to the graveyard won't be able to gain its effect, saying that Tidal sends the card for the resolution of the effect and not to activate the card effect. So Megalo is going to go ahead and be summoned, and that's going to search the Abyss Sphere, which is a pretty good defense against Nekroz. Now, for the people that don't know, we both start off, it's a best of 7 game, and you start off with your deck at full power, which means at its best format, you play that availability. This one, we felt, since there were so many great Mermail formats, we decided to play the one with triple title. So basically when Mermails just got title in TS, and we decided to play the best available cards then, and with Nekroz we decided to play, I mean, damn near any Nekroz format is the best of Nekroz. I was actually going to nerf Nekroz beforehand just to give it more of an even playing field, but Mermail's Mega Evolution is so powerful that I felt that Nekroz probably needed to get those first couple of games out of the way and hopefully secure a win. So Tidal is going to be summoned, or Mermail Abyss Lead is going to be summoned, coupled with a Sphere to make an Xe play, and damn, look at that extra deck. That thing is thick. And Big Eye is going to be summoned to take control of the Nekroz and Torrential. This could put Nekroz in a bad spot if they don't have a lot of great cards, but I do see a Nekroz Ritual spell card in the graveyard, so you automatically have a oh, the Raigeki! That's nasty. I mean, it already was bad enough that there doesn't even need to be it. That's going to be game. Kaleidoscope could summon 2 monsters at one time by sending Leo. He can summon Brio and Unicorn, which would be more than enough to inflict for damage. That's going to be 1 on the side of Nekroz. So now we're looking at a 1-0 victory in favor of Nekroz. And looking at the matchup, it seems that as long as Unicorn isn't present, for this particular before the Mega Evolutions, then Mermails have a really good chance, and even when it is present, there's a lot of Mermail monsters that are just stronger than Unicorn. So there's that. Abyss Lead is going to be activated, or Abyss Stius is going to be activated, pitching Abyss Lead to search Abyss Pike. And I wonder, what is Abyss Pike going to search? It could search a Gen X Undyne. The Undyne engine was really good in Mermail back in the day when a Lore of Darkness was that too. What you would do is you would summon the Undyne and then be able to pitch any of your Atlantean cards, and it's almost almost like a toolbox, being able to destroy cards or search cards, searching the Gen X Undyne, and then you can Allure of Darkness to Undyne for 2 free cards. The fact that you only have to play 2 to 3 dark monsters with 2 Allure of Darkness and then have it really searchable is amazing. I mean, the search cards, you have the Megalo that will search the Abyss Sphere, that can search the Lyn, that can search the Pike, which searches the Undyne, or you can just summon the Pike, which searches the Undyne, or there's just so many ways. The lead, or the TS itself searches the Pike, which searches the Undyne. So there's so many ways to get into that level 3 controller that you need. Maxi is going to be activated in response to the Nekroz of Kaleidoscope, which is going to summon the Unicorn. Unfortunately, I think another special summon is going to have to happen in order for the lead to be taken care of. If not, I'm pretty sure he can make some type of XE play, just attack over the Unicorn and then sit on something big. So Trishula is going to be added to the hand and Brio's going to be discarded. So we're looking at possibly another Trishula 2 times in a row. Yes, we are. We're looking at another Trishula, which means Maxi kind of didn't matter. He drew 2 cards, but then he lost 3 cards, 1 monster on his field, 1 monster in his graveyard, and then 1 card in his hand. Granted, the cards on the field and graveyard didn't really mean much until you guys can, or until you realize that Tidal does require water monsters to be banished. So those 2 less resources for Tidal to banish cards to summon itself. So in essence, it isn't that bad. You know, it doesn't really hurt Nekroz that much. For Mermail, they're going to be losing quite a few cards. The Lind doesn't really hurt Mermail's. I don't think so. Drawing the Lind isn't the best thing. You kind of want to sphere it off to your side of the field and have it be destroyed. It's going to look like some serious damage is going to be inflicted. That's 2800 plus 2700. I think that's 5400 if I'm correct. But regardless, it's going to put Mermail down to 1600 life points. So TS is going to be summoned, discarding the infantry to destroy the Unicorn. So even I'm pretty sure it's at least 6 cards in Mermail's hands. This could be really nasty. I don't know what board is going to be made. So he's gonna search the Lind, and Lind might have been pivotal to the strategy. No, it isn't. Discarding the Lind for Pike's effect to search another card, which is the Undyne that we were talking about. Unfortunately, there's no second summon for Mermail, so Undyne is probably going to be saved for a later play, or possibly he's trying to load up his graveyard for water monsters. Really surprised that Nekroz don't have Gungnir, or what's that other card, or a Volk. Well, actually, we don't even know if it has a Volks or not, but we know it doesn't have a Gungnir to protect it. And then Big Eye is going to be made to steal Yo Trish. Steal Yo Bish has been like definitely different than Steal Yo Trish. So Pike is going to attack over the Senju, and then Trishula is going to attack for 2700 damage, effectively putting Nekroz down to 5100 to the 1600 that Mermail has. So really interested to see how this game can fare. Mermail's definitely have the advantage right now on board presence wise, but don't sleep on Mermail and those ritual spell cards being able to search themselves by banishing other Nekroz cards. So the Kaleidoscope is going to banish the Colossus to search a spell card, which is going to be, I believe that one's Mirror. I mean, it's so hard when they're not in front of your face. You just know them as all Nekroz spell cards. So you're like, they're all great. I know what they do. I just don't remember what they do. And then Preparation of the Rites. This card came to 2 on the Forbidden list, but it was limited because of Nekroz for an important reason. Hopefully Nekroz can actually see some play inside of the TCG format right now because of Preparation of Rites going to 2. But that's going to search some pretty pivotal cards from the deck to the hand and hopefully set up for Nekroz to take the game 2. So Senju is going to be summoned, and now some things are looking like they're about to happen. Anytime multiple searches are used by Nekroz, we know at least one ritual summon is going to happen. Gungnir is going to be searched, and now we're looking at a pretty sizable hand for Nekroz, which is going to equate to possibly a broken board or even just game. Thinking about what play Nekroz are going to make, Gungnir is going to be exchanged for the Unicorn. And are we going to see a Unicorn play? Colossus is going to activate its effect to search Kaleidoscope. Kaleidoscope is going to be used to send Herald, which is going to summon the Unicorn, which is probably going to grab the Gungnir. So that was practically a free card. We already know that Nekroz has another Nekroz spell card in their hand, which is in the form of, I want to call it Mirror, but I'm pretty sure it's not called Mirror. Now, with Unicorn on the field, and then what I would presume would be Miro is activated, banishing 4/7 to summon Gungnir. So that play did take a little more than we hoped, but it's going to happen. If the third ritual spell card is going to be activated, I don't know what to say. Oh, yes, it is. Necroz Cycle, if I can remember right. I'm actually going to get these cards out and like look at them as I commentate. Is Trish going to be summoned for game? Is Trish going to be summoned? Is Trish? Oh no, Brio's gonna be summoned to bounce the Big Eye, and that is game. We're gonna be seeing Mermail Mega Evolve being down by 2. Let me go ahead and get these cards ready. Watch this. All right, we are into game 3, and as I got the cards. Ah, damn, I got a whole bunch of Mermail cards. Oh, wait, yeah, so Necroz Cycle, Necroz Kaleidoscope, and where's that other one? Necroz Mirror. Okay, I was correct. I'm very excited that I was correct. I just know what they do. I don't really remember their names. So down to the next game. We are in game 3. Mermails have Mega Evolved. Really excited to see what Mermails can do with 3 Deep Sea Diva, 3 Prince, just 3 Dragoons, and everything in their arsenal to try to win this game. The access to Totally Awesome just might be one of the more game-breaking cards. So Prince is going to be summoned, and we're gonna hope that Prince is gonna send Dragoons from the deck to the graveyard to possibly add another, Dragoons from the deck to the hand. That's gonna be awesome. No, it looks like infantry is being added, so that's interesting to see. Hopefully it's gonna be some huge board made, because even though Mermails is Mega Evolved, just sitting on a Prince and leaving yourself wide open with a monster in the graveyard and a monster on the field doesn't seem like the best of ideas for Mermail. So we're gonna see Prince and Dragoons. Megalo is being added through the effect of Dragoons, and hopefully there's gonna be some type of play being made off of this. I'm extremely excited to see what Mermails have in mind. So 1 back row, and that's actually a very underwhelming board for full-powered Mermails. That actually could spell their doom. So Sinju is going to be summoned with no interruptions. That's probably going to add the Necroz of Colossus, which is going to add the Kaleidoscope. So expect some type of play from there. He's going to activate Kaleidoscope to summon the Unicorn, sending the Herald of Pure Light. Pure Light is going to activate its effect to add Gungnir. I believe the Gungnir is actually a check for the Abyss Sphere that could possibly still be in Mermails. Not 100% sure if Mermails Mega Evolution decided to keep the Abyss Sphere, but Gungnir is still a very safe choice because it allows itself to protect Unicorn. So that's also another great thing. All of the destruction cards that Mermail could use are going to be fully protected. Sinju is going to attack, and Unicorn is going to attack. And just the significance of having a Gungnir in your hand means a lot against the Mermail matchup. It means that your Unicorn is going to be protected at least for 1 turn, and that they're not going to be able to use cards in their extra deck's effects. Well, they can summon the monsters. It isn't really beneficial. So double Dragoons is going to be pitched for the summon of Mermail Abyss Megalo. So that's going to add 2 Sea Serpents and a spell card. We're up to 4 water monsters inside of the graveyard. So you really need to watch out for Mermails, seeing that Molten Glacier is one of the cards that they can easily search, and seeing that they have title, they can load their cards with graveyard effects and then just make whatever they want. So infantry is going to be summoned to summon the Deep Sea Diva, which is going to summon the Mermail Abyss, or the Mermail Prince. Prince is going to use this effect to send the infantry to add infantry, and that's where Gungnir is going to be dropped to protect the Unicorn. And then Molten Glacier is going to be summoned because there are 4 water monsters. This is going to cripple Necroz like by a ton, getting rid of some pivotal cards, and now it looks like this is ready for a game. The only huge problem that Mermail has right now is getting over that Necroz of Colossus. So Megalo is going to activate its effect to tribute the Prince. Now it can attack twice, but more importantly, it summons the Dragoons, and now a synchro summon of, I believe, the Quandax. I forget the first name of it, but Christian Quandax is going to be summoned, and this would be a very good Bahamut Shark play if Necroz of Unicorn wasn't on the field. Now he can still activate the effect of Bahamut Shark to search a Sea Serpent, which I feel is the best move to do. Mainly because it's either you're going to use it or lose it. That Bahamut Shark is going to be a target, as well as the Mulling Glacier. So you can either use the effect of Bahamut Shark to gain your search. Having the two monsters separately isn't going to get you anything. So you're better off just using that effect, gaining that search of a Sea Serpent, and just, you know, taking it as it goes, as opposed to just leaving your monster on the field. So the equip spell is going to be activated on the Megalo, and the reason why you guys didn't see Bahamut Shark activate its effect now is because even though Unicorn can't be destroyed, it can still attack with the Bahamut Shark before it uses the effect on main phase 2 to gain a search. So those are pretty awesome things. All of these attacks are going to be ran into the Unicorn. For the people that said Megalo can attack twice, he did tribute the Prince, so Megalo at 3200 I believe can attack twice into the Unicorn. If this wasn't for Gungnir, I believe that this game would have been over just off of the sheer ability to destroy all of the cards. Yes, it actually would have, because Megalo would have been able to attack twice. That's 32 right there, and then Mulling Glacier is the 28. That is enough for game. Bahamut Shark's effect is going to be activated to gain the search. He won't get the summon, which I'm very confused why he's looking at the extra deck, or why Mermails are even considering going to the extra deck, but he will get the search of a Sea Serpent, which will be another Megalo. That tells Nekroz that there's probably already a Diva or a Prince in hand ready to go in again for some mad damage. So back to Nekroz, how are they going to break this board, especially seeing that the Abyss spell card is one of the hardest cards to get over for Nekroz. One card needs to be baited for the spell card, and it's going to be hard to get around that. But when you do get over no, this game is already over. That's pretty crazy. It's the spell card that definitely got in the way for Nekroz. We're going into another game. All right, into the next game. We are up, or Mermail is up or down by 1. It's going to be 2-1 lead. This is going to be a really good game. I really hope so, that this Battle of the Gods series is awesome to you guys. If it is, please let me know down below in the description or in the comments, what would you like to see next? We do have a Insector and Wind-Up matchup, which is fucking awesome. It was my first time playing Insectors. We played it for, I want to say, a good 3 weeks, just to try to get everything down, all the kinks down, trying to figure out the megas and stuff. And these do take a long time to produce, because we try to do so much testing to get you guys the best decks. The Dragon Ruler matchup versus Zodiac will get rescheduled again. We're going to see a different full-powered Dragon Ruler matchup that somebody, I wish I could remember his name, suggested down in the comments section, with a 60 card Grasses, Green, or Dragon Rulers. I think that would be a fair assessment to Zodiac to see who really is king. But again, I would like to see what you guys would like to see for Battle of the Gods, and it'll be really awesome. So Nekroz is going to go ahead and start with the Manju and the Kaleidoscope play to send Herald to summon the Nekroz and Unicorn. This is Mermail's worst nightmare. As long as his card stays on the field, it's going to be pretty bad for the deck. So Gungnir is going to be added, and what else is going to be played? Hopefully a bigger board than just this, because full power Mermails can get over that, as you guys have seen from the last game. Now you're going to be activating Cycle's effect to get rid of the Jin. So you guys have officially seen the Jin lock for Nekroz, and Raigeki is going to be activated. Unicorn is going to be chained, keeping the Jin lock on the field, and now it looks like we're going to be going into another game. So with the last game possible, we're going to make it, and this Mega Evolution is nasty. Like, it actually is not really even that nasty, to be honest with you guys. I think Nekroz just threw in like instant fusion and one copy of Giga Nigga. I forget his name. Gigabyte. There you go. One copy of that. Like, literally, it's really hard to make a perfect deck more perfect. This is the perfect ritual deck when it comes in terms of ritual summoning. It has literally every resource to its arsenal in full power Nekroz. I don't think that there's many cards that could have came out towards this time other than Norden. The Perform Age engine is nice, but it's still not as good as just running regular Nekroz cards. So we're going to be looking at Mermail's going first by sending the Dragoons and one for wanting the marksmen or one from winning the Prince, my apologies, and sending the Dragoons, this board is starting to look nasty. Full powered Nekroz give them a significant advantage. In theory, they're playing on the same playing field now, and Mermails were able to sneak some games, but now we'll see how they go against full power Nekroz, and it looks like Mermails are going to be taking advantage of going first, something that the deck didn't really do in the later formats, like, you know, last year and later in this year when Mermails were very competitive. They always wanted to go second because of the OTK potential, but what a lot of people didn't understand is that making Crystal Wing in Battle of the Gods Mermails is you know, pretty good, and it's pretty consistent too, seeing that you have 3 Diva and, you know, the Prince and 3 Infantry, so that's a pretty good play. And now 2 are going to be banished for the title, and then Mullen Glacia is going to be summoned. Oh man, this is going to put effectively Nekroz down to 4 cards. So starting off with 4 cards, the Brio and the Volk are hit. That is nasty. Nekroz is going to draw, and this game is already over before it started. The Raigeki, the Dragoons, that's nasty. Full powered Mermail is nothing to joke with. Going first, making Crystal Wing and Mullen Glacia the opponent. Going second, OTKing the opponent. It's almost a lose-lose situation when you go against full powered Mermail. Nekroz does have a lot of nice tricks on his own. Being able to Jin lock you, being able to Bahamut Toad Jin lock you. There are some really good aspects, but I think that when it comes to later support, full-powered Mermail is definitely stronger than full-powered Nekroz in terms of new support that it has. We're going into game 6, and this is the flu game. Okay, maybe it is the flu game because nobody ain't sick. But still, Kaleidoscope is going to be activated, discarding Herald to summon Unicorn. A very strong play that we have witnessed playing over and over again. We were actually playing all day with these 2 decks at regionals, the Las Vegas regionals as well, just trying to figure out what is the best ways. And to be honest with you guys, against full power Mermail or any type of Mermail, the best way is to summon a Unicorn and protect it with a Gungnir. That's the best way. Valkyrius isn't as good as Gungnir in this particular matchup, because if you can keep a Unicorn undestructed, unaffected, then the Mermail deck can't go into the extra deck. They're precious cards, and it becomes that much harder for them. So you already have a really good setup, and no! The Kaiju Gam Seal! Now, if there was a Mask of Restrict on board, it probably would have been a little better. Not really, because then Nekroz wouldn't have been able to tribute summon, and this looks like it's going to be game. I really don't see any outs to it. The Kaiju definitely got over the Unicorn, and Mermails are going to be going off. Like I said, it's very hard to combat Mermails going first or going second. Going first, you have the Gam Seal threat, and he's going to make hopefully, or if he makes the Mullen Glacia and hits the Volk, then there's no real out to this. And even if he doesn't, he's just going to make the Crystal Wing to negate the Volk, so it doesn't really matter. Going first against this deck, you have the threat of Gam Seal. Going second, you have the threat of dealing with a Crystal Wing, possible Mullen Glacia, and some other monsters if Mermails decide to make it. So it's really nasty how this deck operates. And the speed of this deck is just really good. This is going to be game. We're going to be going into game 7. Never thought that Mermails would be able to take it all the way back into 7. So that is really crazy. Woo! So Mermails are going to be going second. Nekroz are going first. Hopefully we can get a really good game 7 out of this. I am really excited to see what is going to happen, or to show you guys what is going to happen. Of course, I already know the outcome, but I'm telling you guys, it's suave. So Dance Princess of the Nekroz is going to be normal summoned. I believe that Mermails is asking for an explanation. Dance Princess really doesn't really do anything. And here comes the appearance of Jiganigga. Jiganigga is going to be special summoned to make a Bahamut Shark play. Now, Bahamut Shark is going to detach a material to special summon. Totally awesome, but I don't think it stops there. Next, there's probably going to be more cards to be activated, because while that is a nice board, it's not a safe board going against Mermails in game 7 going first. You need to prevent or hope that they don't have the game seal. So Colossus is going to be discarded to add cycle, and instant fusion is going to be activated. I hope you guys know what's going to happen with the instant fusion. Norden's going to be summoned to bring out the Dance Princess, which is going to make the Lava Volchain nasty, and Lava Volchain is going to send the Jin monster from the deck to the graveyard, and now we have Jinlock. Totally awesome, and that's just really nasty for Nekroz going first. Being able to negate a card and possibly even have other cards to stop attacks in the form of Volk or Gungnir to prevent destruction is really nasty. So not 100% sure what Mermails can do. You can't special summon, so Jin is gonna stop, and that's going to be game. Nekroz get it in game 7. Thank you guys so much for watching another segment of the Cali Effect. If you guys like to see more of this, then go ahead and support me via Patreon, or you can buy stuff on PayPal, or I'm sorry, not on PayPal, or on TCGPlayer or eBay. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, but most of all, enjoy.